Blowing breakers, a space heater story. So about 2 years ago, I banned space heaters from the customer service department in the company I work for. I'm not sure why in the 21-year history of the company nobody has thought to do this before. But apparently I'm the super genius that got tired of flipping breakers. Fast forward to this week. Mind you, it just turned autumn here. The lowest temp in the past 2 weeks has been like 65 degrees. Not that cold. Monday. Blown breaker. Takes out half of customer service and part of our data entry team. Okay, we've had a lot of turnover in the past 2 years, even though the manager has been here long enough to remember the ban hammer, so I sent an email to that team reiterating that space heaters are not to be used. Tuesday. Blown breaker. Same story, another email this time with caps. Today, 10 minutes after I walk in the door. One of our lead developers comes running into my office screeching that half the dev team has no power, and they all had a ton of stuff open that nobody had saved in days and they just lost everything and WTF is going on? I hadn't had a sip of coffee yet, so my initial reaction was, well, you should all be better about saving your work. I go flip the breaker again, and today we're going to skip the email and go straight to the source. I Leroy Jenkins into the customer service office, unsipped coffee still in hand, like a cop on a drug raid demanding everyone surrender their space heaters. A particular shift supervisor who has only been here about 6 months, and whom I passionately disdain, explains to me. Sup, well, I just sold my car and bought me and my fiancé each a motorcycle. So Tuesday it was raining and I got soaked on my way in and was freezing, and this morning was really cold as well, so I plugged in a space heater to warm up. This idiot was originally from Florida and decided to move here to Pittsburgh for some reason, and then decided that a motorcycle was suitable for year-round transportation. Me, why the ish would you sell your car and buy a motorcycle and have no other means of transportation in Pittsburgh? When the weather is turning. What the F is wrong with you? And you took out half of dev, so they all want your head on a spike right now. No more space heaters. I don't give an F if there's a blizzard and it's -10 outside. Never. Again. I turned around and walked away while he was still standing there with a stupid look on his face going, but. So that's how my morning has been going. How about you guys? Have you tried what I said? This just happened. I work internally at a small company. I've done years at the client-facing end of tech support, and you get to recognize very quickly those who are genuinely helpful and respect you when they need a problem solved, and there are others who believe you are some form of servant and never pay attention to information or alerts you give to them. This person is one of the latter. I needed to hound him to bring him into line with the company's upgraded security procedures, really important stuff from the CEO, but when he gets the slightest problem with the most basic of things, the high-importance emails start flying with the words acronym ASAP plastered everywhere. His email, for some reason I can't print from my home printer. Is there any reason why this may be happening? Quite urgent that I print ASAP. My resposni, sorry to hear that. Are you working remotely on your office computer and trying to print on your home printer, or working just on the home computer? Anyway, let's do the quick tests first. Can you do a test page from your home computer to the printer, please? Him, yes, when working remotely from home. When I print, nothing happens, and then it would just say that it was redirecting print. There is nothing that pops on the screen now though. Me, okay, but can you try the test print on your home computer? We need to check the basics first. We then back and forth several times, him pointing the blame at a security app on his phone that went on 3 weeks ago, or new technologies that haven't even gone in yet. But every time never answering the same question, can you print a test page? I'm not normally reluctant to do remote support sessions, they make life so easy, but this guy wants a remote session for everything, no matter how minor. Things like releasing a spam mail from his quarantine, it takes 3 clicks, everyone else in the company does it themselves, but this guy thinks I am his butler. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to remote in to do the test page when I get the reply. Printer says it's out of ink. I can get away with a lot with the way I talk to colleagues, jokingly accusing them of smoking crack if they ask absurd things, as I never overstep the boundaries of respect, but in this case it took a lot of professionalism to not respond. You could have saved yourself 20 minutes of complaining and, this is really important, willy waving if you had listened. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Have a good one.